Jest z nami Jacob Duran, popularny Stitch, cutman UFC. Jacob, nice to see you again. I think last time we saw each other in UK or Ireland. So some people say you are one or the best in the business. Do you feel like?
Well, I think definitely I'm a veteran. You know, it's nice to get these kind of compliments from the people, from the fans, and all that. But you know, I'm not one to say I'm the best. I'll let you guys do it, let the fighters do it, and you know. But I take a lot of honor in getting that title.
Could you update me with some info about you? Because last time we spoke, you told me about your special program, about your DVD and stuff. Anything new?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things always going new. You know, I have my own line of tape and Cutman supplies, Stitch Premium, and it seems that my sponsor, Bad Boy, saw what I have, and what they want to do, like me, is they want to make this sport a lot better. So they're going to help me distribute my products throughout the world, and hopefully we'll be starting in the first part of July. So you're the first one to hear about it. I'm real excited because you know my job as not only as a cutman but as a person in the game is to make this game safer. And I think you know the fighters appreciate what I bring to the table, but it's more than me doing it. It's for the sport to get better. You have to have that same commitment from different cutmen from all over the world, and for me to go and educate, that's what I want to do.
And do you feel like you're learning new tricks all the time, or you know it all?
Well, you know, you never know it all. You know, I'm always studying different fights. I study the corners, how they work and all that. But you know, the formula that I have right now, it works consistently, and but I'm always learning. I always want to learn.
What brings you here instead of Brazil?
Well, you know, I come to Germany often with Vladimir Vitaly Klitschko, #1, but I think that the UFC saw a benefit in me coming here because of the media that they understand. They know me. A lot of the German people know me, and just to come over here and support the UFC in Germany and try to make it really a bigger sport here than what it is right now.
What do you think? Would you like to change anything from the rules these days that would make the fight more safe or easier for you? I probably prefer to have it more difficult because it's more work.
Yeah, well, you know, the way the rules are designed right now for me is what I do is fine with me. You know, I'm not in that position to say, you know, we ought to change this, we ought to change that. But I think, you know, the safety of the fighter is #1, and I think the UFC has determined that, you know, by bringing in professional cutmen like myself, that we're going to give them the best protection possible. You know, this is a combat sport, it's mixed martial arts, and everything goes.
You have to, during the fight, you have to focus on the fighters, on their faces or anything else. But do you have some time to you know, once again? Do you have time to? I forgot the word. Sorry, I will cut it. Cieszyć się z walki. Jak jest cieszyć się z walki? Yes, of course. During the fight, when you need to take a close look at the fighters, do you have time to enjoy the fights?
Yeah, I always enjoy the fights, you know, from the first fight, and I tell the fans, get there for the first fight because every fight's a good fight. But no, I definitely work a lot, you know, from the time we get there. We get in the same time that the fighters do, but we prepare as the fighters are kind of relaxing. They're in the dressing room or they're in the octagon, they're rolling around. We're getting our tools ready, and once they're ready we start wrapping their hands, and I have a busy night from the start that I get there to the time that I finish. But yeah, I enjoy doing this. To me it's not even a job. You know, how can you say this is a job when you work with the greatest fighters in the world and doing what I do? You know, I am the one, when I start wrapping their hands, that is their first step in them actually going into combat. And you know, I take a lot of pride in giving these fighters that confidence, and I enjoy what I do.
Were you ever surprised doing your job that you get so much attention from the people, from the media also? Because right before me you also had an interview, and maybe even more than once. So.
Yeah, it blows my mind every day, you know, to say I'm a cutman and I'm getting this type of respect, and the fans stop me at the airports and everywhere, walking the streets. The fans stop me, and you know, I go to the weigh-ins and people want to take pictures and sign autographs, and yeah, to me it's a mind-blowing experience, and I think, you know, as it goes for anybody that gets recognized, it's quite an honor when the fans respect you for what you do, and not only the fans but the fighters. You know, for them to give you a hug and give me a kiss and tell me they love me is quite common.
And finally, obviously, if somebody as a fighter use your services, he pays you a fee, right, from his purse. So, did you ever had a situation when you had two good fighters, friend of yours, and they both wanted you to serve them as a cutman, and maybe you had to choose one, and the second was mad at you, so he was like, you know, don't talk to me ever again.
No, that has never been a problem. I mean, I've had friends fight, you know, each other, but you know, usually what I'll do is I'll go with the guy that I started with first. But let me clarify this: when the UFC, when I do the fights with the UFC pays us to take care of these fighters, so we're neutral, and whoever I have in my corner, that's just the UFC decides that. When it comes to boxing, yeah, then the fighter hires me independently, and in that situation, and it has happened before, then I go with the guy that I've been with the longest, and that way they understand, and it's, you know, it's the proper way to do it.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and have a good fun.
Oh yeah, you have a good time. It's always good talking to you and all the people in Poland. We can't wait till we get to the UFC. In Poland, I was there with Klitschko, and I had a great time, and so I'm looking forward to going back to Poland.
Thank you.
All right, thank you also. All right.